If you guys are looking for a new game to pass the time before GTA 6 gets here, check out G2A with the link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. Is the entire story revealed in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer if you just play it backwards? We'll be talking about all of that in this video today and a whole lot more. So that's one of the things I've heard since the days and weeks since Rockstar released the GTA 6 trailer is if you play it in reverse, it gives us the real story and what's happening here. And so in this video, I'll be doing that. We'll be breaking it down and seeing if it makes any sense. Now, I'm obviously just going to be talking about the story parts, things that include Jason and Lucia. I'm not going to be diving into the sort of ambient random events as well as social media aspects of this because I do feel like that is just Rockstar showing off their world, which is something they do in other GTA trailers and Red Dead Redemption as well. So I'm going to ignore the social media stuff. Let's just focus on Jason and Lucia. And if we play it in reverse, it all begins with them robbing the convenience store, Uncle Jack's Liquor. And that makes sense given what we know so far about Jason and Lucia, as they seem to be kind of on this petty criminal crime spree. So a convenience store, an easy place to stick up. It looks like it's in a rural part of Leonida. And after that robbery, they're successful because we see them in the hotel room right here. There is money on the bedside table. It looks like they are being intimately romantic with each other. And they have this dialogue and this conversation where Lucia essentially says, the only way this is going to work is if you continue to trust me. And Jason agrees. And again, if we continue to play this in reverse, you have Jason and Lucia sliding away in Jason's car. It looks like they're having a good time as when he hits the gas and they go around the turn sharply, you can hear her sort of screaming and excited, and she's holding on to the outside window of the car as they slide by. And if we keep this trend of playing it in reverse, it looks like they continue to do more and more robberies. They're at another liquor store, another establishment, and they are successfully walking away with the money, as we can see Jason has that in his hand. Now, after their string of robberies, if we again continue to play this in reversed order, you can see it looks like the cops have started to catch up to them, as there is two Leonard County sheriff officers that look like are tracking down on their location. You can see Jason is pretty worried here. Lucia looks to be a little bit concerned, even though she has thousands of dollars in her hand there. So it makes sense. You rob a couple of stores and you're going to get the attention of the police. That's for sure. Now, those police officers seem to be going in the opposite direction, so it looks like they've been able to escape, which leads us to our next scene of where we see Jason and Lucia having a little bit of a life of luxury. If you're successful in committing crimes and don't get caught, that's going to be a lot of money that you're able to establish. And we see this scene right here with Lucia in the white bikini. You can obviously tell she is at a luxurious apartment or penthouse. It's got a pool on the rooftop. She's wearing a designer bikini that is Sesanta Nove. That's one of the in-game luxury brands in the GTA universe. You can see she's got designer sunglasses on. Her nails are done. Her hairs are done. She's got jewelry, earrings, necklaces. It looks like in this shot, she is living a life of luxury. And that continues in our next shot as we see Jason and Lucia driving down the road in a supercar. Again, something that most normal people don't have access to. Lucia is wearing a golden dress. She's got different hair. She's got jewelry on. She's even being photographed by what looks like the paparazzi, which is only something you would get if you have like notoriety or fame, which is obviously something that money can do for you. So it looks like they're having a life of luxury. But then in the very first scene of the trailer, which for us is the very last scene, if you play it in reverse, Lucia is in jail. And one of the things she reveals is, how did you get there? Bad luck. And so if you do truly play it in reverse, that is where things would be left off. Lucia would be in jail. And many people feel like that is supported by the fact that the artwork in the game, Lucia actually has an ankle monitor on her right wrist, which is only something you would get if you were recently let out of prison. So is this telling the start of the story that the game is going to begin with Jason and Lucia on a crime spree, having a little bit of luck, and then at some point in time, she ends up going to jail. Now, I wouldn't suspect that that would be where the final resting place of Lucia is. That just feels like that's not the case based on what we've seen in the trailer. It sounds like a very casual conversation she was having with that prison employee, and to me, it would make more sense if that was at the start of the game, but I do understand how this theory works. Now, I think another thing that's important to remember is Rockstar isn't necessarily trying to tell us the entire story in the first trailer. That's not the point of the first trailer. In fact, if we go back to the very first trailers for Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, and beyond, they're trying to give us a rough outline of what we can expect. In Grand Theft Auto 5, we got the shot of Michael DeSanta robbing the Evangelico jewelry store. We knew that at the end of the day, he was hoping he'd be able to settle down in Los Santos, but that didn't turn out to be the case, so he had to go back to a life of crime. In Red Dead Redemption 2, the trailer is being narrated by Arthur, and he's almost speaking in this ominous, chilling voice like he knows something disastrous is going to be happening. And obviously, by the end of the story, that happens too. Niko Bellic paints this bleak picture of Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto 4 on his story for revenge, and that's ultimately what happens there. And honestly, the big thing I feel like we should get from the trailer, more so of anything that happens and whether it's in chronological order or not, is really what Lucia talks about: bad luck and trust. And I feel like that's going to be one of the big dynamic here of this story, is certainly the relationship between herself and Jason, the trust that they have to have in one another as partners in crime, but also luck, how that might be involved. Luck can be good, luck can be indifferent, and luck can be bad. And I feel like we're going to see that play out through the story. So I don't know if playing it in reverse gives us any details on how this whole thing is going to end, but it could give us a fresh perspective on how some of the events might transpire. In my personal opinion, I think we are going to see at some point in time Lucia go to jail, and then we're going to only be able to play as Jason. And I believe Lucia will get out, and I don't think it is going to be like a jailbreak situation or anything like that. You wouldn't have an ankle monitor on you if you got broken out of jail. You would just simply be wanted for the rest of your life. But I do think at some point in time she is going to be in jail. I don't necessarily believe it will be the beginning of the story, and that might cause some friction between Jason and Lucia's relationship. If indeed only one of them goes to jail, which it looks like it is Lucia, how is that going to impact her relationship with Jason, who didn't get caught? Did he throw her under the bus? Did he betray her? Was it bad luck? Was she the one that got caught, and it was this one little instance that was the difference between being sent to jail and being free? There is so much that is still unanswered from this trailer, and hopefully more that we will get in the second trailer, which is typically when Rockstar starts to dive into the story a little bit more. But I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What did you think of playing the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer in reverse? And did it make more sense to you from a story standpoint than by just playing it as is? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.